Hi, I'm William, and on this episode of Weekends with William, I'm going to be making a brain machine. What a brain machine is, it's a pair of glasses sort of thing, and you put it on, and you close your eyes and you dream about a few things. You don't dream, but you see these cool patterns in your head, and but here's a word of precaution. If you have seizures, or if you try this and you feel sick when you put it on, do not try it again or never try this. With that in mind, let's go. So what you're going to need here is you're going to need a pair of safety glasses. And these are paper templates that I printed online at makezine.com 10/brainwave. And you can cut them out and poke a hole in it and cut them to the size of the glasses here. You're also going to need some wire that I got at Radio Shack, stranded core. And how you cut the wire is you cut a piece of wire and then you kind of cut out the outer coating and then you pull out that and then you twist the inner metal. That's how you strip and make a wire like that. And then you're also going to need a 9-volt battery, 2 red LEDs, an Arduino, and a 9-volt battery to Arduino connector. Or you could also just plug it into your computer to power this thing. So what you're going to do first here is you're going to take your safety glasses and you're going to put them on like this, and you're going to take a Sharpie and look straight and poke right in the center, and then after that's done, that's where you're going to drill a 7/32 inch hole right there and clean it off. And then once that's done, our LEDs aren't going to fit there in snugly, but we can make it fit in nice with a little hot glue. And here's a word about LEDs here. LEDs are light emitting diodes, as you probably know or may not. Requires 3 volts to operate. So if we take this 3-volt coin cell and hook it up, it lights up. We hook it up right. But if we spin it around and put it in, it doesn't light up. So that's why you have to hook this up right. Otherwise it's not going to work. If it doesn't work, you can just flip the connections around. So first things first, we're going to take both of our LEDs. We're going to put them in the holes that you just drilled. And with a hot glue gun, I'm going to put them in like that. Hot glue dries pretty fast, so you don't have to wait like an hour or something. So, after that's done, do the same with the other LED. Shove it in the hole and hot glue it. After that's done, then we're going to solder some wires on here. Now, you can hot glue the wires onto the LEDs, but I don't recommend that because you can mess up or something. But in this case, I'm going to use a soldering iron to connect the connections here. So first things first, make sure to turn on your ventilator fan. And we're going to take one wire, and I'll turn my fan on, and we're going to solder it right here, and then we're going to solder it to negative lead on the other LED. The negative lead is usually the shorter leg, and I cut it down a little bit, and I cut them one shorter than the other, just so I could tell them apart. Alright, so here we go. We're going to take our solder, and we're going to solder it on there with my soldering iron. So I'll turn the fan on. Here we go. So I'll turn it. And then solder it on here. There we go. Alright, and then I'm going to bend this up. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of hot glue up here. And then I'm going to take this wire and put it like that across. Like so. That's going to help you get on there. And again, we're going to solder that same wire here to the short end of the other LED. basically going to be connecting two negatives together and two positives together. So here we go again. Get the fan on. Get it up. Now this is hot. If you get burned, get some ice water, just in case here. Alright, there we go. And if you want, you can use some hot glue to insulate as well. Alright, then once we have the wire here, then I'm going to do the same thing with another pair of wire. In this case, red, because red represents positive. So I'm going to go ahead and do this again. Right, there we go, and then I'll just hot glue this on like this, right on top of that wire. Alright, then once that's done, I'm going to get two more of these wires. Now you may be wondering why I've chosen these colors. You don't have to do the colors. The colors don't really matter, but it helps you to distinguish the two. So we're going to do the same thing here, but instead we're going to hook it up to the Arduino here. We're going to be able to plug this into the Arduino. So here we go again. There we go. And that's what it should look like then. And then to test it, we're going to go ahead and hook up the 3-volt battery and make sure it works. And yep, it does in fact work. And alright, the next thing I'm going to do, this is optional. I printed these templates online at the link in the description here. Okay, new stick here. Alright, here we go. Get this and put another as much hot glue as I can and put it on there. And there we go, like that. There we go. This also hides the wire so it looks cleaner. Alright, and then do the same thing with this. Put this on. There we go. And you're almost done. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go right here and make sure the wires can reach over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a bunch of hot glue on the arm of this and hot glue the Arduino on here. Whoops. Alright, so after that's done, no solder required here, and then we're going to take this and we're going to plug the red wire, or the positive wire, into pin 13. And then after that's done, we're going to take the black or negative wire of the LED. We're going to shove it into the ground, or one marked G and D. And make sure that you're having an electrical connection here. And there you go. Now you're done. Then after you have this done, then what you're going to need to do is program it through this part. So let's go and program this thing. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to get the Arduino IDE open, like so, and then you're going to take our brain machine here, and we are going to plug the programming cable right into there. You should start to see some lights happening here. That shows you that it's working. And so what we want to do here is we want to go into File, right here, Examples, Basics, and Blink. Click that. And then what we want to do then here is we want to change the code here a little bit. We want to change both delays here from 1000 milliseconds. We want to turn that into 50 milliseconds. So do that with 1 and then do 50. And then we're gonna go to Tools here, and then we're gonna select our board. I'm using a Dewey Millanova here, and then make sure you got your serial port right. Click the upload button, and you should be seeing it uploading, as you can see on the bottom of the screen here. And then there we go. And then you should start to see it blinking. That lets you know that it's working. So let's go and test this out. And this is how you test it. What you want to do here is you want to take your 9-volt battery and plug it into here. And you want to plug it into here. And you should start to see it blinking the LEDs. Now what you want to do here is, oh, that's kind of right there. What you want to do is you want to close your eyes and put it on, and then simply just relax and think about patterns. And you should actually start to see them appear in your mind. It's almost like you're seeing things without actually seeing them. So what you're going to do is go close your eyes, put it on, and simply just wait and think about it. I see some really cool patterns here. They're like triangles and squares and circles and stuff all spinning around each other. And there are a few other things I see, and there's like the sun over there. Wow, that's really cool. And but like I said, do not do this if you have seizures or you start to feel sick. Do not try this. And that's simply all there is to it. This originally came out of Make Volume 10, but I changed it a little. And instead of using the Mini POV3, I used an Arduino instead. And that's where I got these graphics. I got these graphics from this website, www.makezine.com/10/brainwave. And then simply just print them, cut them out here, and poke a hole in the center. And that's all you have to do there. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Make sure to find your inner maker.